So I'll begin today's session with prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्र पातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमेश्वरम्। So, so Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be the cream of all Vedic literatures. Srila Vyasadeva, who is the author of all the Vedas, after writing all the Vedas, he composed Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's the Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree. Nigama kalpa taror galitam phalam shukha mukhadamrita dravasam yutam. It is said that all the Vedas are compared to a tree, and the essence of the tree is the fruit. But the fruit is also kacha sometimes. But the ripened fruit is tasty. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit. Like Upanishads and Vedas are compared to kacha fruit. But Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to the ripened fruit. Means the essence of all the Upanishads, the Vedanta Sutra, is very vividly described in Srimad Bhagavatam. So the Srimad Bhagavatam is a ripened fruit. And ripened fruit we can right away eat. So similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam, one can right away read and hear. There is no qualification required. Anybody can just taste it. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva is giving invitation for all of us to come and hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavakaha. And those who are Rasika Bhaktas, they will surely like to dwell into the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is for those who seek Amritam, happiness. Pivata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam, that rasa is nothing but nectar, the nectar which makes us truly happy. All of us are looking for happiness in this world. Some people are eating so that they can be happy. Some people are earning a lot of money so that they can be happy. Some people construct homes so that we can be happy. But all these possessions and things will be gone at one point of time because they're all temporary. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam is telling us. If you want to be really happy, then hear Krishna Katha. Immerse your mind in the topics of Krishna. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje ahetuki pratihata yayatma suprasidati. If one wants to be really happy, suprasidati, atma suprasidati, not indriya suprasidati. Indriyas, the senses, we can't satisfy them fully because the craving of the senses is material, and the material cravings, they dwindle, and they cannot really satisfy the soul because soul is spiritual, the senses are material. No matter how much ever we gratify the senses, the soul cannot be happy. Just like the fish out of water cannot be happy, the fish within water is happy. Similarly, Atma disconnected from Krishna is unhappy, and the same Atma, when it gets connected to Krishna through the medium of service or bhakti, becomes happy. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is connecting us to Krishna through bhakti. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yatho bhakti radokshaje. Right? Bhakti to the Supreme Lord Krishna. Yaya Atma suprasidati. The Atma will become happy and satisfied. So that's how one should read Bhagavatam. So I hope that all of you have a copy of Bhagavatam. And if you don't have, please take a copy of Bhagavatam. You can see behind me a row of books. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. So by reading Srimad Bhagavatam every day and absorbing the mind in those topics, the mind becomes happy, the heart also becomes happy and satisfied. So we invite you all for this session on Srimad Bhagavatam. I'd like to begin now. I have made a PPT, a short PPT, but the short PPT also became very long. Let's see how we can cover it. I have basically made PPTs for the first and the second canto and a little bit of third canto. I could not get time to. I have the elaborate PPTs of each canto, but I could not get time to condense it for this session. So I'll take some topics from this PPT. If you read Srimad Bhagavatam, then immediately you will realize God. Srila Prabhupada says, Sadhyo hridyavarudyate atra kritivihi shushrushobhi tatchanat. If you read Bhagavatam, you can immediately become God realized. So there's so many cantos, from first canto to this 12th canto. Okay. And each canto has got several topics. So first six topics we are going to summarize today. First topic is creation. Second topic is the cosmic manifestation, the universe. And third is status quo. The fourth is the creation of the fourth order. The fifth is the creative impetus. And sixth is the prescribed duties for mankind. So in this way, different topics are divided in different cantos. So we'll try to see the first six cantos. And Srimad Bhagavatam is compared to the body of the Lord. The first two cantos are compared to the two lotus feet of the Lord. And the third and fourth canto is compared to the two legs of the Lord, thighs of the Lord. Fifth canto is considered to be the waist of the Lord, the navel portion of the Lord. Sixth is the chest of the Lord. Seventh and eighth are the two arms of the Lord. And ninth canto is compared to the neck. 10th is the face. 11th is the head. And 12th is the crown of Lord Krishna. So in this way, the 12 cantos are the complete body of Krishna. So that's why we should not take only one canto. We should take the complete Krishna. We should take all the 12 cantos together. So this Bhagavatam contains the ultimate knowledge. Jnanam paramaguhyam me yadvijnana samanvitam sarahasya tadangam cha grahana gaditam maya. Lord Vishnu in the beginning of creation told to Brahmaji that I am going to give this most confidential knowledge. Please hear this confidential knowledge. So Lord Vishnu spoke to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji understood this, which comes in the Chatushloki Bhagavatam. So Lord spoke very important four verses to Brahmaji. That is the origin of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Brahmaji explained it to his son Narada. Tasmaidam Bhagavatam Puranam Dashalakshanam Proktam Bhagavata Praha Pritah Putraya Bhutakrit. So Putra of Brahmaji is Narada. So Narada heard from Brahmaji the same Bhagavatam, and Narada understood it. And Narada further explained it to his disciples. Narada Prahamune Saraswatya Statendrapa Dhyayate Brahma Paramam Vyasayam Ita Tejase. So Narada spoke this to Vyasadeva, who is the author of Srimad Bhagavatam. He wrote Srimad Bhagavatam down. Till then, it was just transmitted by verbal medium, by oral medium, but Vyasadeva wrote it down. Vyasadeva spoke it to his son. Who is he? The great Shukadeva Goswami. Sasamhidam Bhagavatim Krutvanukramya Chatmajam Shukam Adhyapayamasa Nivritti Niratam Munihi. So Shukadeva Goswami was completely absorbed on the path of liberation. So Vyasadeva spoke to Shukadeva Goswami, and Shukadeva Goswami understood it. And then Shukadeva Goswami spoke to whom? He spoke to Parikshit Maharaj. So when Parikshit Maharaj was cursed to die in 7 days, he left everything and came to the bank of Ganges. And from him, from Shukadeva Goswami, heard Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam, which we have now, is nothing but Shuka and Parikshit Maharaj Samvada. But when this Shukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj is speaking, at that time Shaunaka Rishi was also sitting in the assembly. And this Shaunaka Rishi happened to go to Naimisharanya. You see Naimisharanya here? So this same Shaunaka Rishi is speaking to Naimisharanya sages. So Shaunaka is the leader among these sages. About 80,000 sages are sitting here. And Suta Goswami is speaking. So Suta Goswami spoke what he had heard from his guru, Shukadeva Goswami. So this is how the parampara came down. Srimad Bhagavatam came down from Lord Vishnu to Lord Brahma to Narada to Vyasa's son Shukadeva, from Shukadeva to Suta Goswami, and Suta Goswami to all the sages. And even now the parampara continues, and we are also getting the same mercy of Srimad Bhagavatam through the translations and purports of Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. So this parampara continues, and Srimad Bhagavatam is going to purify the entire world by its message of God. So let's begin with the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudire. नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. So generally we chant these prayers before beginning Bhagavatam, which offers obeisances to Sri Krishna, Vasudeva. We offer obeisance to Naranarayana, Rishis, who is Supreme Lord Himself. We offer obeisances to Vyasa, we offer obeisances to Saraswati, and then we also offer obeisance to Guru Parampara, and then we glorify Bhagavatam, and then start reading Bhagavatam. This is the etiquette. First we glorify, and then we start reading. So Srimad Bhagavatam has got about 18,000 verses. It has got about 335 chapters, and it is divided into 12 cantos. 12 cantos, 335 chapters, and 18,000 verses. So today we are going to start the first verse. जन्मादस्य तोन्वयादितरतश्चार्तेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. This verse gives the definition of God. God is one from whom entire creation has come. God is the creator, Janmadi, Asya, Asya Jagatasya. And he is aware of his creation. He knows what is happening there. It's not that God created and he disappeared. No, God creates and is in control. Anvayad itaratas chartesh abhijñaswarat, and is completely independent. And Lord gave this knowledge of the Vedas to Brahma, Adikavi, Brahma. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavi. And even great souls, devatas also cannot understand Lord. Muhyanti yat surayah. And this world is made of combination of tejavari mridam, fire, water and earth. The whole world is combination of fire, water and earth. But it appears to be real, but actually temporary. Yatra tirsargam vrisha. But Supreme Lord doesn't stay in this temporary world. He stays in his own spiritual world. Dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. So Lord has his original spiritual world. He stays there. That's called Goloka. So that's explained in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord stays in Goloka Vrindavan. But he expands into this material world as Paramatma, as Vishnu, and then maintains this world. And he helps us get out of this world. So, and also Krishna comes into this world as avatars to rescue us. So in this way, the material world and spiritual world is also described briefly. So the first verse describes the definition of Krishna, defines Krishna as absolute truth. The second verse talks about Srimad Bhagavatam, glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, and also defines actual religion. Actual religion is that which gives rise to love for God. Religion is not based on skin, it's not based on color, it's not based on birth, it's based on love. That path which brings us closer to God, path which makes us love God, that is true religion. Okay. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, love for God is only spoken. All other topics are kicked out of Srimad Bhagavatam. Dharma projita kaitvotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tapatrayon mulanam. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim va Parerishwarah Sadyo Hridavrudyate Attakrativi Shushrushubhi Tachanat. The second verse says that all our cheating religions are kicked out of Bhagavatam. Only love for God is there in Bhagavatam. So that's why those who hear with faith, they get love for God. And Bhagavatam is so sweet that you should come and relish it. It's the ripened fruit of the Vedas. So the sages in Naimisharanya had assembled to do sacrifice for 1,000 years. But even after doing sacrifice for 1,000 years, they could not get the benefit. At the time, all the sages headed by Shaunaka, they approached Sutta Goswami and request him, please tell us what is beneficial to us. Because in this age of Kali Yuga is short-lived. In Kali Yuga, people are short-lived, they have less lifespan. Prayana Alpayusha Sabhya, people die early. Today I got a message saying that a 39-year-old doctor died of heart attack. A doctor died of heart attack. Cardiologist at the age of 39. Means what? Death can come at any moment, and especially in Kali Yuga, people have risk of early death. And not only that, people are lazy, people are misguided, people are unlucky and disturbed. प्राणल्पायुष सभ्य कलावस्मिन् युगे जनाः मंदः सुमन्दमतयो lazy misguided mandavagya unlucky and upadrata always disturbed. We can see this practically in Kali Yuga. So how can people understand God? So Shaunaka the Rishi is requesting to please tell what is the most beneficial thing for the people in the age of Kali. So the sages are always anxious to do good for the others. So they ask six questions. Shaunaka the Rishis, they ask six questions to Suta Goswami. And answer to these six questions is nothing but Srimad Bhagavatam. It is briefly explained in the first canto and very elaborately explained in the 12 cantos. So I'll just read the six questions because these are very, very important questions. These six questions becomes the basis of the entire first canto. What is absolute and ultimate good for people in general? The answer is love for God. What is the essence of all scriptures? Answer is Srimad Bhagavatam. Why Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, appeared in this world? Why? Why? Because Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Radiyanti Yuge Yuge. Right? To protect the devotees and establish dharma, the Lord appears in this world. What acts did Lord perform in relationship to creating the material world? How is this material world created? How Garbhodakshaya Vishnu? Of course, Karanadaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Kshirodaksha Vishnu. How did they create this world? That is another question, which is elaborately explained in second and third canto. What are the activities of the incarnations of the Lord at Leela Avataras? At fourth question was about Purusha Avataras, about three Vishnus. Fifth question is about Leela Avataras. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Ramachandra, all the avatars, unlimited avatars are there. But especially 24 are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, and many others are mentioned in later cantos. And then sixth question. This discussion in Naimisharad is happening after Krishna's departure from this world. So the question is, where have the religious principles gone after Lord Sri Krishna's disappearance from this planet? See, you see this photograph? Krishna is ascending back to Goloka, leaving down all the devatas, and you are passing by Swarga and Kailas and going up and up. He's going to Goloka. So when Krishna was there on this planet, Krishna was personally establishing dharma. Now that Krishna has left this planet, where has dharma gone? Whose shelter it has taken? Answer is Srimad Bhagavatam, Puran Argo Dhanoditaha. After Krishna's Krishne Sudhamo Pagate Dharmagnana Kalo Nashtadrishamesha Puranarko Dhunoditaha. So in this dark age of Kali, after Krishna's departure, the sun of Bhagavatam has risen. Purana Arka. Bhagavatam is compared to a sun. It gives such light, such knowledge that all the ignorance in the heart is destroyed. So that's why one should read Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the sun for the age of Kali. Hmm. So the list of 22 avatars is mentioned here. Different 22 avatars is mentioned in the third chapter. Yeah, the fourth chapter is very important because that sets the scene for Bhagavatam. In chapter 4, it is described that Vyasadeva was sitting on the bank of Saraswati in his ashrama, but he was still feeling unsatisfied. Asampanna ivabhati. He was unsatisfied. And I was wondering, why am I not satisfied? I have written all the Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, Upanishads, everything I have written. I have accomplished. Nobody has written like me. I am the greatest author, but still I am not satisfied. What is the cause? Then when I was pondering like this, his guru Narada Muni appears. So Narada Muni appeared and told Vyasadeva, see, the cause of your despondency is that you have explained so many topics. तथा धर्मादेश्चार्थ मुनिवर्या अनुवर्णितः न तथा वासुदेवस्य महिमा ही अनुवर्णितः. You have described dharma, artha, kama, moksha elaborately, but you have not described Vasudeva Katha elaborately. That's a mistake. So now you write a book called Srimad Bhagavatam, which will glorify Krishna from beginning to end. Every syllable of this book should glorify Krishna. Please compose such a book. Vyasdeva had already composed Srimad Bhagavatam, but there are many other topics also in that Bhagavatam. So Vyasadeva revised Kritvanu Karmya Chatmajam. He revised Srimad Bhagavatam and made it in accordance with what Narada wanted and spoke to Shukadeva Goswami. Right? So in this way, Srimad Bhagavatam came into existence. So at that time, Vyasadeva, he was curious to know about Narada's life. How is it that you became such a great devotee? So at that time, Narada Muni explains that yes, I became a great devotee by the blessings of Bhakti Vedantas. Once I was in my home, I had only mother, I didn't have any father. So my mother was taking care of me. So at that time, great sannyasis came and they were staying at my home and I served them. Like you see here, this boy, he's serving the great sannyasis, washing their plates, giving them food, and washing their clothes. In this way, by serving them, he got taste for Krishna Katha. While serving them, he was hearing them speaking Krishna Katha. He heard that. And when he heard that Krishna Katha from their lips, when he took their Mahaprasad, the food left over by them, his heart got purified. Hmm. Uttishthalepananamoditodvijay sakran svabunjay tadapastha kilvishay. Even little bit of prasadam, Mahaprasad which he took from them, purified his heart. Evam pravrittasya vishuddhachetasas tadharma evatmaruchi prajayate. He got taste for Bhagavata Dharma. And eventually what happened was his mother died because of a snake bite. And after his mother died, he became orphan. But that he took it as a blessing of the Lord and he went to the forest alone. 5-year-old boy going to the forest alone. It was incredible. He went to the forest and he meditated on the words spoken by these sannyasis. Thought of the Lord Krishna in the heart. He meditated on the form of the Lord as described by them. He sat under a tree in meditation and suddenly Lord appeared in his heart. When the form of Lord Vishnu appeared in his heart, Narada became ecstatic. The boy became ecstatic, but the form disappeared. And he opened his heart and started searching for the Lord. And the Lord said in deep voice, "Hey boy, you are not yet fully pure. When you become fully pure, then you will have a darshan." So Narada, he continued his tapasya, he continued his meditation, and eventually death came. So he left his body, and when he was born as Narada. Narada Muni Bhajaya Veena Radhika Ramana Name. So playing on this Veena, he went on distributing the holy name of the Lord to the entire world. So that's why it's called as Narada. Narada means one who gives Narayana to others. He is Narada. So Narada Muni went on preaching Krishna consciousness. So that is Narada Vyasa Samvada. So after that, the story begins now. The storyline of Bhagavatam begins. Till now was just introduction, how Bhagavatam came into existence. Vyasdev was despondent, and Narada told, and power of bhakti was described through Narada's life. And now Mahabharata begins. Where Mahabharata ends, that's where Bhagavatam begins. So Mahabharata ends with Kurukshetra, right? Kurukshetra battle. So after the end of Kurukshetra battle, there was one person who was very, very revengeful. That was Ashwathama, because his father Dronacharya was killed. His friend Duryodhana was killed. His friends and relatives were killed. So Ashwathama wanted revenge. So Ashwathama killed the sons of Draupadi on the midnight. And Arjuna became angry. He caught Ashwathama. He chased him and brought him back. And he wanted to kill Ashwathama, but Draupadi said, no, spare him, spare his life. But Arjuna did not agree, he wanted to kill. Bhima also wanted to kill. Right? One side was Draupadi, another side Bhima. One wanted to spare, another wanted to kill. So Arjuna was confused. So Arjuna, what he did? He killed yet did not kill. Means what? He insulted Ashwathama by cutting his hair and taking his money. The Ashwathama became further angry, like a serpent. If you hit the serpent, it becomes more angry. It becomes more angry. So that's why Ashwathama, he became angry and he shot a Brahmastra to kill the son of Uttara, who was still in the womb. You see this photograph, middle photo, where this child is in the womb and Lord Vishnu is protecting him. So Uttara came running to Krishna and said, Krishna, Krishna Mahabhaga, oh Lord, please protect us. Protect my child. Mame garbho nipatayan. Let my womb, my baby be protected. So this is my desire. She didn't ask for her own protection. She asked for the child's protection. And because Parikshit was the last surviving Kuru Vamsha, last for surviving child in the Kuru Vamsha, everybody was dead. Kauravas were dead. Pandavas, all children of Pandavas are dead except Parikshit, who was the grandson of Pandavas. So that was the extent of Kurukshetra battle. And Ashwatthama wanted to end Kuru Vamsha by killing Parikshit, but Lord himself entered into the womb and protected Parikshita. Parikshit is the main character of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Parikshit is introduced here. Parikshit is introduced as Vishnu Rata, one who is protected by Lord Vishnu. So after protecting Parikshita, Krishna wanted to go back to Dwarka because it had been a long time. He came for helping in Kurukshetra battle. So they won the battle, and then he was staying in Hastinapura for some time because uh, Subhadra had lost his son, right, Abhimanyu. He wanted to give some solace to her. So he stayed for some time in Hastinapur. And then when he wanted to leave, Kunti Maharani came and prayed, please, please don't go, Krishna, please don't go. Just now the battle has ended and there are so many enemies. They are waiting. You have protected us till now. Please continue staying here and give your association, protect us. Krishna smiled and continued moving. At that time, Yudhishthira Maharaj came. Yudhishthira said, Krishna, please stop. I have a problem. Because of me, so many soldiers have been killed. I'm the cause. I'm the culprit. I should have stopped the war. Actually, it was not his problem. It was Duryodhana's problem. But Yudhishthira thought it's my problem. Krishna tried to convince, but he did not get convinced. So then Krishna thought, no, let's go to Bhishma Pitama. Let Bhishma Deva solve this problem. So Krishna comes with all the Pandavas, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, Draupadi, everybody comes. And Bhishma was lying on the bed of arrows, injured but not dead. He was injured, he was defeated, but he was not dead, he was still alive. Bhishma is a great personality in Mahabharata. He had Ichha Mrityu. He was a great warrior, he was a great celibate, he was also a great pure devotee. His name is listed in the Mahajanas. He was one of the great saintly persons, Mahajanas, great devotee. So when Yudhishthira Maharaj came along with Krishna, Bhishma was so happy because it was his dream to see Pandavas as the kings. So when he saw Yudhishthira as the king, he became so happy and satisfied in the heart. His dream has come true. But yeah, then Yudhishthira Maharaj asked certain questions to Bhishma about dharma. And Bhishma Deva explained elaborately about dharma. In Mahabharata, it is several chapters, very, very big discussion happened between both of them. And in the bed of arrows, Bhishma Deva glorified Krishna by speaking Vishnu Sahasranam. So in this way, Bhishma Deva glorified Krishna and he satisfied Yudhishthira Maharaj. He removed all his doubts. And time came of departure. Uttarayana started. And as soon as Uttarayana started, Bhishma Deva decided to end his life. He focused his attention on Krishna. Eshavai Bhagavan Sakshad Adyo Narayana Puman Mohayan Maya Lokam Gudascharati Vishnashu. This person sitting next to us is Supreme Lord Himself. I meditate on Him. Right? Iti Mati Rupakalpita Vitrishna Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni. Let my mind be focused on Krishna. Bhagavati Satvata Pungave Vibhumni. Swasukhamupagate kvached vihartum prakritimupyeshi yadbhava pravaha. So Supreme Lord, always in His own spiritual world, He comes here into this material world for all of us to rescue us. So I meditate on Him. So in this way, Bhishma Deva offers beautiful prayers. About 11 prayers he offers to Krishna and fully focused on Krishna's body, Krishna's form, Krishna's leelas. Bhishma Deva quits this planet. So they all offer respects to Bhishma. Then Pandavas depart to Hastinapur. Krishna goes to Dwarka. In Dwarka, all the residents of Dwarka were waiting. It has been a long time seeing Krishna. So Krishna comes on the border of a gate of Dwarka and he blows his conch. Loudly he blows Panchajanya, Panchajanyam Rishikesho, right? So when he blows that conch, everybody could recognize this is Krishna coming. So they all gathered at the door to welcome Krishna. Somebody was holding an umbrella on his head. Somebody was doing chamar. People were offering garlands. Right? People were playing drums, and then some were dancing for the pleasure of Krishna. Some were offering foodstuffs and water. And Krishna entered, the darling of their hearts. Krishna has finally come back to Dwarka. The queens of Dwarka, they're gazing at Krishna. So, by seeing Krishna's beauty, they wanted to see him again and again and again. Right? The beauty of Krishna is so amazing that they wanted to see again and again and again. They were not satisfied. Like suppose you get a mango juice to drink. You drink one, you feel nectarian, very tasty. You want one more, you want one more, you have to keep drinking again and again. So that's how it is. Pana patram mukham drisham. Right? For the eyes, the most seeable object is Krishna's form. So you should keep looking at Krishna's form and drink his beauty through the eyes. So in this way, Krishna enters Dwarka and gives delight to all the devotees in Dwarka. And there in Hastinapura, Dhritarashtra was still living. So Dhritarashtra's brother Vidura had gone to the forest for Tirth Yatra. He comes back and preaches to Dhritarashtra He says, "You, after entire battle, all children are dead, and you're still enjoying in the palace? Get out! Go to the forest, do tapasya, and perfect your life. Why are you staying here in home like a dog?" So, hearing the strong preaching of Vidura, Dhritarashtra understands, yes, yes, I have been attached till now. I have been blind to spiritual life till now. At least let me now start my spiritual life. So he goes to the forest with Gandhari and he does dhyana, tapasya, and a mystic fire comes from his body, burns his body, and in that same burning body, Gandhari also enters. Both of them they die and they attain liberation. So that is described in the 13th chapter of Bhagavatam. So then after that, Krishna was in Dwarka for some time, and when time came, Krishna said, "Okay, now I'm leaving. My Leela is over, my purpose of coming to this earth is over, I'm quitting now." So when Krishna went, along with him, of course, Krishna sent all the Yadus first, all the Yadavas they went, and then Krishna also went. And then when the news reached Yudhishthira Maharaj that Krishna is gone, then Yudhishthira Maharaj decides, I am also leaving. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is going to the forest, you see here. He goes to Himalayas alone. So then when Pandavas heard that my our brother has gone, so Arjuna, Bhima, Nakula, they also leave, and then Draupadi also leaves. So before they leave, they make Parikshit as the king. So Parikshit Maharaj, the grandson of Pandavas, he becomes the king. He is also an excellent ruler. He upheld the status of the Kauravas, means Kuru Vamsha. Kuru Vamsha. Actually, Pandavas and Kauravas both are Kuru Vamshis. The same Vamsha. But Dhritarashtra, out of ego, he was calling their sons as Kauravas, Pandu sons as Pandavas, but both are one dynasty. So Parikshit Maharaj upheld the rule of his forefathers. He became very famous, but he was also Krishna conscious. He was traveling all around the earth, establishing dharma, destroying adharma. So one day he happened to roam around in the forest, and then he came to a certain place where one person, dressed as a king, he was beating a bull and a cow. The bull was crying, standing on three legs only. Sorry, standing on one leg only. Three legs were broken, only one leg was intact. And the cow was also crying in pain. Seeing this scene, Parikshit Maharaj becomes angry, takes his sword, and is about to chop off this person. So at that time, this person surrenders to Parikshit Maharaj and says, "Please forgive me. Uh, I am also your praja. Please give me a place to stay." So when Parikshit saw this king surrendering to him, Parikshit forgave. Then he said, "You can stay in my kingdom, but I'll assign you a place where you can stay. You can stay in a place where people eat meat. You can stay in a place where people gamble. You can stay in a place where people drink liquor and people have illicit sex." These four places. Dyotam Panam Striya Sunam Yatra Dharmas Chaturvidha. Where these four things are, and Dyuta Pana Striya Suna. If you go to these four places and stay, Parikshit became happy. Sorry, this king became happy. This king was none other than Kali. Kali personified had come and he was creating disturbance. And Kali begins with cow killing. So that's why cows should be protected. Wherever cows are protected, the influence of Kali is reduced. But where cows are slaughtered and killed and tortured, there Kali's influence will be more. So he became happy that I got this four place to say. He went searching all around. He could not even find one place where such bad things were happening. See the rule of Parikshit Maharaj and Yudhishthira Maharaj. Nobody was gambling, nobody was eating meat, nobody had illicit sex, nobody drank alcohol. Pure lifestyle. That was Kali Yuga. That was Dwapar Yuga, the beginning of Kali Yuga. But now, after Parikshit Maharaj's departure, Kali became fully powerful and is exerting influence everywhere. To such an extent that you can see in every gully, every street, there is a liquor house, permit bars. And every street is filled with so many non-veg shops. So influence of Kali has got really strong in the current times. So illicit sex is rampant, right? So people are having extramarital affairs. People are having sex before marriage, sex outside of marriage. Such kind of illegal relationships are happening. Gambling, online gambling also is there. Cricket, IPL is also gambling. And then you will see, we get advertisements of rummy and so many things, gambling things going on, race courses. So gambling is rampant. So illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, gambling. So these four things are going on rampantly in Kali Yuga. So that's why there's a lot of adharma happening. So, but why did Parikshit Maharaj spare Kali? Because Parikshit Maharaj knew, although he's a bad person, there is one good quality. What is that good quality? Kaler dosha nidhe rajan asti eko mahan guna kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param brajet. There's one good quality which is by chanting the names of Krishna in Kali Yuga one can be liberated. So easy. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Just by chanting the mantras of the Lord, one can be liberated. Another good quality of Kali Yuga is any mental bad thought is forgiven. In previous ages, we were also responsible for our thoughts. If there's any bad thought, I'll get punishment. So in Kali Yuga, thank God we are not punished for our bad thoughts. Bad thoughts will give results only when performed. But another good quality is good things will result just by thinking of it. Suppose you don't have any money and you want to give charity. You can in mind you can think I'm giving 1 crore charity to this temple. You may not be able to give it, but in the mind you thought like that. You get the benefit of giving. So it doesn't mean that we should not give. If you have whatever one's capacity, one should give to propagate dharma. But in case one doesn't have, if with mind also if he gives, he gets abundant mercy. So नेतराणि कृतानि यत् कुशलानि आसु सिद्ध्यन्ति नेतराणि कृतानि यत्. So the good activities give result instantly, and bad results will come only after doing them, doing the bad actions. So that's the good quality of Kali Yuga. So Kali was spared, and then Parikshit Maharaj went on an excursion. He became very thirsty. He wanted water. He went to the hermit's kutir. So in that hut, the sage was sitting in meditation. Shamika Rishi did not pay attention to who has come. So Parikshit became angry. Chakravarti Samrat, the president of all the countries. Parikshit Maharaj was at the time president of entire earth. Right? India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, Europe, Russia, China, Southeast Asia, all countries. There's only one flag. And the flag was the flag of Hastinapur, Delhi. And Parikshit was the king. Right? Yudhishthira was the king, then Parikshit Maharaj. That was so that Chakravarti Samrat, the president of the entire world, is coming, and the sage is sitting with closed eyes. Of course, sage also was in trance; he could not know who has come. So Parikshit Maharaj became upset. He put a dead snake on the neck of Shamika Rishi and went away. And his son, Shamika Rishi's son, Shringi, came to know. Shringi became angry. He cursed. Shringi was very immature. It is said that Kali influenced the mind of this Shringi because Shringi was proud. So people who are proud, Kali enters their mind also. And Kali stays in money also. Finally, Parikshit Maharaj gave the place where there is gold, you stay. So Kali was staying in gold. And Kali also stays in people, Brahmanas who are proud. So Kali entered in the mind, and then he forced Shringi to curse Parikshit to die in 7 days. And when father heard that Shringi has cursed Parikshit, he became upset. Hey, why did you curse? Don't you know he is such a wonderful king? Small mistake he did. What is wrong with it? You should not have cursed him to die in 7 days. Parikshit Maharaj went home and he got the news that he has been cursed to die in 7 days. Instantly, Parikshit Maharaj thought, what to do now? He left home, he left attachment to family, wife, children. He immediately put his son, Janamejaya, as the king, and he went to the forest. He went to the bank of Ganges, right? And then he requested all the sages, kindly tell me, I am a dying man. I have only 7 days, right? My time is ticking. See, Parikshit knew that he has 7 days, but we don't know how many days we have. So he requested all the sages to answer two questions. What is the duty of a person in general? And what is the duty of a dying man? Mriyamanasya sarvada. What is the duty of a Mriyamana, dying man? And they were all wondering who will speak answer to these questions. So at the time, a young boy, 16-year-old, beautiful, who had whose clothes were the directions. He was very effulgent. He was a mystic. He was a great devotee. He appeared on the scene. He was a Mahayogi, it said. Shukadeva Goswami is considered a Mahayogi. So he came, and as soon as he came, everybody stood up except Vyasadeva. Everybody stood up. Narada and Vyasa also were there. So except both of them, everybody stood up and they welcomed. And this person was Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami was given a high seat. Parikshit Maharaj bowed down to him and asked him these questions. And thus begins the second canto. Till now we discussed only first canto. That's what is time, what 8:30. So in next half an hour I should conclude other five cantos. Let's see how it goes. Maybe 5-10 minutes for each canto. The second canto begins with Parikshit's question, answer to Parikshit's question. Shukadeva Maharaj becomes so happy that you have asked a wonderful question. Varyaneshate prashnaha krito lokahitam rupa. Your question is the best question because the answer to this question benefits the society. And all the great sages have approved of this. Atmavit sammataha pumsa shrotavyadishu para. And this is a higher subject to hear. People are wasting time in several ways. No? There are so many topics to read, no? Newspapers, TV channels, magazines. But those who ask questions about Atma Tattva, that's the best. Materialistic people waste their night in sleeping and sex life. And daytime is wasted in earning money. Nidrya hriyate naktam vyavayena cha vavayah. Divachartai haya rajan kutumba bharanena. So daytime is working hard and nighttime is sleeping and sex. In this way, the whole life is wasted. And then with family, we spend our time. Right? But even family members cannot save us at the time of death. So we should not depend on family members. Because family members are just watchmen. When we are dying in the ICU, they can't do anything, they just watch us from distance. So they are called as Asat Sena. Diyapatti Kalaktaradishu Asat Sainishu Asat Sapi. Atma Sainishu Asat Sapi. Tesham Pramatto Nidhanam Pashyannapi na Pashyati. We see that all the relatives also die, but I think I will never die. So that's a mystery. Amazing, surprising thing. सब मर रहे हैं मगर हम सोचते हैं कि हम नहीं मरेंगे. So there's a lot of insecurity in this world. Death can come at any moment. Therefore, what we should do? तस्मात् भारत सर्वात्मा भगवान ईश्वरो हरि श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्यश्च स्मर्तव्यश्च चता भयम्. If you really want to be fearless, you should श्रोतव्य, hear about Krishna, kirtitavya, chant glories of Krishna, smartavya, remember Krishna. By hearing, chanting, and thinking of Krishna, one can perfect one's life. Okay, so this is in brief the answer of Shukadeva Maharaj. So then Parikshit Maharaj asks, so you're telling that I should think of Krishna, I should think of the Lord. How should I think of the Lord? Please, can you help me? So then Shukadeva Maharaj goes on explaining. So I'll just go, yeah. He says, okay, first think of the universal form. Imagine the whole universe to be Virata Purusha of the Lord, right? Virata Rupa. So he describes Virat Rupa as you see in this photograph. So after describing the Virat Rupa, he says, Lord is also as Paramatma in your heart. You can think of Lord in your heart also, right? Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yoginaha. The yogis see the Lord in the heart. But then if you're further advanced, you can also see the Lord as Swayam Bhagavan, Krishna, right? Supreme worshipable Lord is say Krishna. So either you can meditate on the Virata Rupa, or you can meditate on Paramatma, or you can meditate on the Bhagavan feature. And he says that if somebody is not serving Bhagavan, his life is waste. If somebody is not seeing Krishna through his eyes are just like peacock plumes. They look like eyes, but they don't see. If somebody is not bowing his head to the Lord's lotus feet, then head is a weight, heavy weight. His crown is a weight, and he will drown with the crown. If somebody is not doing production of the Lord's temple, then the legs are compared to the trunk of a tree. What is the use? They don't walk. So similarly, he says that every limb should be used in Krishna's service. Okay. So after telling this briefly, Parikshit Maharaj further asks, can you please tell me how this creation happened? Who is the cause of this creation? Can you please explain? So then Brahmaji, Sukadeva Goswami says, yes, same question was asked by Narada to Brahma, and Brahmaji gave the answer. Brahmaji said that the entire universe is created by Lord Vishnu. In the beginning, I was born in this universe and I could not see anything. Everything was dark. So at that time, I heard the voice, Tapa, Tapa, Tapa. And I did tapasya for 100 years. And after those 100 years of tapasya, Lord Vishnu gave me darshan. Hmm. Lord Vishnu gave me darshan. You see in this photograph? Brahmaji is sitting on the lotus, and Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu gave him darshan. And then Lord Vishnu gave instruction that you create this universe. Whatever energy we have given to you, with that energy, with that Shakti, you create this universe. Then Brahmaji began the process of creation. So Brahmaji told Narada that actually Lord Vishnu is the creator. I am just a puppet in the hand of Lord Krishna. Krishna is the primary creator, I am the secondary creator. What he has created, I use it and create further. So he glorified the Supreme Lord. So Brahmaji spoke to Narada. So then Brahmaji, after speaking about creation of this material world, he also spoke about different avatars who come to this material world. Varaha, Suvegnya, Kapila, Dattatreya, Chatushkumaras, Naranarayana, Prutu, Rishabhadeva, Hegriva, Matsya, Kurma, Narasimha, Hari, Vamanadeva, Hamsa, Avatara, Dhanvantri, Parshurama, Rama, Vyasadeva, Buddha, and Kalki. So like this, he listed, Brahmaji listed several avatars of Lord Krishna as Leela avatars. So Leela avatars, Srishti Leela is a little difficult to hear, but Leela avatars very easy to hear because very charming pastimes. Lot of lessons to learn also. So one should hear both Srishti Leela, material world, creation of the material world, and one should also hear about Leela avatars. So both should be heard. And elaborately, Krishna's pastimes are also described in second canto only. Really, people think Krishna Leela is described only in the 10th canto. No. In second canto, 7th chapter it comes. And in third canto, beginning also, Uddhava speaks to Vidura about Krishna Leela. There also it comes. So Bhagavatam is telling, in first canto also Krishna Leela came. Krishna in Hastinapur, Krishna protecting Parikshit, Kunti's prayers, Bhishma's prayers, then Krishna going to Dwarka. So all that is described. So Krishna Lila is in first canto, Krishna Lila is in second canto, third canto also. So Krishna Lila is interspersed little bit in different cantos. So so then Nadamani hears and speaks Krishna Katha in different places. By hearing Krishna Katha, Lord becomes captured in the heart very quickly. So that's why one should meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord. While meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord, all that dirt in the heart is cleansed. Dhautatma Purusha. Krishna Padamulam na munchati. Mukta sarva pariklesha. Pantha swasharanam yata. So he becomes free from all troubles when he takes shelter of the Supreme Lord. So Brahmaji said that I continued austerities, and by my austerities, Lord was pleased, and he could take darshan of the Lord. He could take darshan of Mahavaikuntha also. He saw Vaikuntavasis, he saw aeroplanes, he saw Lakshmis, he saw the Lord's beauty, right? So when the Lord appeared to Brahma, Lord spoke four shlokas, they're called Chatushloki Bhagavatam. We'll not enter into details of this, but it will take another 4 hours to explain these four shlokas. So we'll not get into this. But in essence, the Bhagavatam came like this. Krishna spoke to Brahma, Brahma spoke to Narada, Narada to Vyasadeva, Vyasadeva to Shukadeva, Shukadeva was to Parikshit, and Parampara continues. So this is the Bhagavata Parampara. Then Shukadeva Goswami says that there are 10 topics in any Purana. So these 10 topics are described in Srimad Bhagavatam also. So the 9 topics lead to the 10th topic. The first 9 topics are okay, I missed one slide here. Sarga, primary creation, Visarga, secondary creation, Sthana, position of the living entities, Poshanam, nourishment of the devotees, Utaya, impetus, Manvantara, the reign of the 14 Manus, Ishanukatha, description of Lord's pastimes, Nirodha, means cosmic withdrawal or Pralaya, Mukti is liberation, Ashraya is shelter of all, that is Sri Krishna. So Ashraya Tattva is the main Tattva, and all the 9 topics are described to glorify the 10th one. Dashamasya Vishuddhyartham Navanamiha Lakshanam Varnayanti Mahatmanaha Shrudeyanarthena Chanchasa. Mahatmas like Shukadeva Goswami, they glorify the 10th topic. Okay. So in this way, the 10 topics of Bhagavatam are told, and then begins the third canto. Third canto begins by, well, still second canto, a lot of creation, material world was going on. So third canto begins with, what did Vidura do when he went to the forest? Because you told me, Parikshit Maharaj said, oh, you told me that Vidura went to the forest. So what did you do there? So that's how the third canto begins. Okay, there's comment coming here that if you are all okay, we can extend the session till 9:30, as it is highly impossible to cover all 6 cantos. It can be covered. It can be covered in 4 lines also. I can cover it in 4 lines, but yeah, but if devotees want to hear more, we can speak. I have spoken one lecture for one chapter in Kannada. That's called Bhagavata Rasamalaya. I'm doing the 5th canto is over. This Wednesday, 5th canto will get over. And next week I'll speak in the 6th canto. One chapter, one session, like that. So anyways, I'll try my best to see how much can be covered. So here, Vidura leaves home because Vidura was insulted by Duryodhana. Vidura is a great pure devotee. He is very dear to Krishna. Whenever Krishna came to Hastinapur, he stayed with Vidura. He became the guest of honor at his home because Krishna considered Vidura's home as his home. So such a great person was insulted, and Vidura took it as a blessing. Because of this insult, I will leave Hastinapur so that I don't have to fight in Kurukshetra. Because if I have to enter into Kurukshetra, then I have to fight against Krishna, which I don't want. So let me go to the forest. So he took the curse as a blessing and he went to the forest. He went to the different holy places like Haridwar. Then he came to Dwarka. He came to Prabhas, and there he met Uddhava. Uddhava is a very intimate devotee of Lord Krishna. Hmm.
So you can go a little bit extra till 9:30 if you want to cover all the chapters. It's okay.
Let me see how much I can. or main points I will tell. Yeah. Uddhava, a great devotee of Lord Krishna, friend of Krishna. Before Krishna left, Uddhava and Krishna had a meeting. And Krishna said, see, I'm leaving, but I request you to stay back because there's a need. I went to all places. Krishna says, I went to all places in India, but I could not go to Badrikashram. So on my behalf, you go to Badrikashram because devotees there are waiting for me. So you go and give my message to them. So Uddhava stayed back. Uddhava did a great sacrifice of staying back. So then Uddhava was there in Prabhasada. So he Vidura came and met him. Yeah, Vidura came and met him. And then Vidura asked about how everything is going on. So Uddhava told everything about um, whatever he knew. And he also told that Krishna has left. कृष्णाद्युमणि निम्लोचे गीर्णेष्वजिगरेणः किं नु न कुशलं ब्रूयात् गतः श्रीषु गृहेष्वहम् Krishnadyumani nimloche. Just like the sun rises and sun sets, Krishna had risen in the womb of Devaki, but now he has set. So Krishna never dies. Supreme Lord never dies. He appears and disappears like the sun. Uddhava says that no, Krishna has left. So hearing this, Vidura felt, oh, Krishna has left. So he wanted to. Actually, he thought of going to Dwarka and meet Krishna, but Vidura hesitated. No, let me first go to all the holy places, purify myself, and then I can go and meet Krishna in Dwarka. But before he went, Krishna had left. Then Uddhava said that no, Lord told me to stay here and continue my service. He has given me some service, I'll try to complete the service and then go back home. So then Vidura says, I have some questions. Can you ask? Can I ask you? Then Vidura asks some questions, and Uddhava says, oh, sorry, I can't answer these questions. Nearby, there is Maitreya Muni. He is in Haridwar. You can go and ask him. Because I'm younger to you, I cannot answer your questions. You should ask some senior. So he followed the Maryada. So generally, one should not instruct juniors, seniors. A junior person should not speak, give katha or pravachan to the seniors. So Vidura is elderly and Uddhava, although old, but he was younger compared to Vidura. So Vidura went to Maitreya Muni. So they had a very nice discussion, Vidura and Maitreya. So here is he. Vidura is there sitting and then Maitreya Muni. So Vidura asks all his questions to Maitreya. In answer to these questions of Vidura, Maitreya Muni continues speaking, the entire third canto and entire fourth canto. Entire third canto, about 33 chapters, was spoken by Maitreya. And then fourth canto also, about 31 chapters spoken by Maitreya to Vidura. So very, very deep discussions happen here. Of course, some topics are repetitive here about the creation. The creation is again repeated with further details because Vidura wanted to know about creation. So Vidura asks about creation, Maitreya Muni explains about creation, explains about the soul. So Maitreya Muni says that yes, the jiva, when it disobeys the Lord, he comes to this material world, and in material world, Lord makes all facilities for the jivas to enjoy material desires, and he also makes facility for the jivas to come back to Krishna Loka. So he has made all the plans. So then Maitreya Muni talks about Brahmaji. Brahmaji's tapasya, Brahmaji's darshan of the Lord, Brahmaji's prayers to the Lord, and the Lord says, you should create now. And Brahmaji said, if I create, then I'll become proud, I'll become attached. Please bless me that I should not become attached. And Lord says, yes, I bless you that you will not be attached and you will not be proud. So then Brahmaji says, okay, thank you so much. And Brahmaji was so confident that because Lord has blessed him, his words will never fail. न भारती में गमूर्षोपलक्ष्यते न मे क्वचिन में मनसो मृषागति. He says, because I am constantly holding the lotus feet of Krishna in my heart, my mind and my senses cannot go in the wrong path. They can never go in the wrong path. So it means that as long as we are thinking of Krishna in our heart, we cannot do any wrong. As soon as we forget Krishna, there is a chance of going on the wrong path. So that's why Brahmaji prayed to the Lord for protection. See, we also want to do any seva, then we should pray to the Lord. Oh Lord, empower me to do this seva and also bless me that I should not become proud of doing this seva. So humility in success means character. If a person is humble even after achieving success, means he is having true character. If somebody becomes proud after doing some achievement, then that is lack of character. So Brahmaji wanted to remain humble even after doing wonderful creation. So the Lord blessed him and left. So then Brahmaji started creating. You see from Brahma's body, different people are coming from his mind, Chatush Kumaras. And before that, above, they will see that no, there are six qualities which came, right? Five qualities which came. Maha, Moham cha, uh, uh, Sasar Jagira, Agrayanta Tamishram, Atat Tamishramadikrit, Mahamoham cha, Tamascha Jnana Vrittayah, five Ajnana Vrittis he creates, which bound the Jiva to this material body. Then he creates Chatush Kumaras. He feels, oh, I created all these Ajnanas. People become bound. Now I should know how to liberate them. So he created Kumaras who can be preachers to destroy that Ajnana and liberate people. So then he thought what to do now. So he told Chatush Kumaras to get married and to procreate. So they refused. So from Brahma's eyebrows came Shiva, Rudra. And Rudra started crying. He started producing. Then he produced ghosts and hobgoblins and pretas. So then Brahma decided, don't do this. This is not the time of destruction. We need these people at the time of destruction. So you go and do chanting. You take all of them and keep doing bhajan. So that's why you'll see that Shiva always does bhajan. So then further creation he did. He created Saptarishis, he created sages, he created many devatas, he created animals, he created Narada Muni from his heart. And then from the front portion he created dharma, from the back portion he created adharma. In this way, several qualities were created by Brahmaji. So very detailed description is given about Sarga, how then Visarga, movable jivas, lower species, human beings, they were all created. Right? Vanaspati, Aushadhi, Lata, Paksara, Virudha, Drumaha. Right? These are different kinds of plants. Then two hood animals, one hood animal, five clawed animals, birds, land dwelling animals, aquatic animals. And he created humans also. There were 428 type of devatas and he created also the activities, dharmas of the human beings. Devata has eight divisions: Vibhudas, Pitras, Asuras, Gandharva, Apsara, Yaksha, Rakshasa, Siddha, Charana, Vidyadhara, Bhuta, Preta, Pishacha, Kinnar, Kimpurusha, and others. So these eight categories of devatas also created. And the time was created. So the Kala Chakra keeps rotating. So starting from Paramanu, Anu, Trisrenu. Paramanu is the time taken by the sun to go, or the sun to travel the distance of one Anu. That's called Paramanu. So time taken for the sun to pass one Paramanu is called Paramanu. So then two Paramanus is one Anu, three Anus is one Trisrenu, Truti is three Tasrenu, Veda is 100 Trutis, Lava is three Vedas, Nimisha is three Lavas, Kshana is three Nimishas, Kashta is five Kshanas, right? So here comes the second. See here counterpart is given. Nadika or Danda is 30 minutes. Muhurta is two Dandas. Prahara is 3 hours. Day and night is 24 hours, 8 per hour. Fortnight is 15 days. Month is 30 days. Then season is 2 months. Ayana is 6 months, and year is 12 months. So total from Paramanu to one Varsha. So calculation is given and continuous. Okay, 1 year. So then there is Yuga is 4,32,000 years. So one full Chatush Yuga is 43,20,000 years. So like this, Manvantaras, then Kalpa is 1 day of Brahma, which is billions of years. 311 trillion 40 billion years. That is 1 day of Brahma. So like this, Brahmaji lives for 100 years. So this calculation of time is given. So then suddenly Brahmaji creates Manu and Shatarupa, two humans. Manu and Shatrupa, when they were created, they ask, where is earth, our place to stay? And Brahmaji looks down and sees that the earth is submerged in water. So then Brahmaji wondered how to rescue this earth. Then immediately from the nose of Brahmaji comes a divine form of a boar. And the boar grows in size, becomes big, and roars loudly. And hearing the roar, all the devatas understand this is Lord Vishnu himself coming in the form of boar. So Lord Vishnu dived into the ocean, searched for Mother Earth, and lifted Mother Earth. And put Earth in the position. So then Manu and Shatrupa, they take position and they start doing their duties. So here you will see. And while lifting Earth, one demon attacked. Demon was Hiranyaksha. Hmm. So when Hiranyaksha was killed by Varahadeva, Vidura asked, can you please tell me who is this Hiranyaksha? And how did they become such great demons? How did they fight with Varahadeva? So then Brahmaji starts talking about how Maitreya starts talking about how there was Diti and Kashyapa, right? Those who have seen this movie, Narsimha, Mahavatar Narsimha, you might have seen all this story which is being discussed henceforth. Hmm? Of course, Narsimha Leela comes in the seventh canto, which you'll hear tomorrow. Hmm? So Diti became little affected by lust in the evening. Evening time, one should not have sex. But she became affected and she forced Kashyapa to unite with her. So Kashyap Muni helplessly tried to initially give her advice, but she did not listen. Finally, they united, and then two demons were born. And when they were in the womb only, the whole earth was dark and the sky was dark. Sun and the moon became dull. Such influence they had. So then we were asked, who are they? Who are those children? Then this is actually they are Jai Vijay. Once Chatush Kumaras came to um, Vaikunta at the gate, they were stopped by Jai Vijay. So had a Jai Vijay stopped Kumaras, and the Kumaras became angry and they cursed Jai Vijay that you'll be born as demons on this planet Earth. So then Jai Vijay also became angry at these children. So in this, they both start fighting with each other, cursing each other. So at that time, Lord Vishnu personally came and he said, stop all this fighting and all. Actually, it is my will that I want to do some pastime. It's my will that Jai Vijay were cursed because I want to fight. I want to experience the rasa of fighting, Virya rasa. And in Vaikunta, I can't do this Leela, so I'll go to earth. So Jai Vijay, you choose either you want to be born as my devotees in earth for 7 lifetimes, or you want to be born as asuras in and come back in 3 lifetimes. Then Jai Vijay looked at each other. 7 lifetime, बहुत लंबा हो जाता है. We want to come back first, so we'll choose the second one. That which is we will be born as Rakshasas for 3 lifetimes. So they came as Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha in first life, and Ravan Kumbhakarna in second birth, and as Shishupal and Dantavakra in third birth. So they came. So Kumaras, when they had darshan of the Lord, they became so happy, ecstatic. You see here, they're looking at the Lord, gazing at the beauty of the Lord. They're studying the feet of the Lord very, very delicately, and they are so happy. And Lord is also so happy seeing them. Such amazing darshan they get of Lord Vishnu. So they smelled the fragrance of the Lord and they became devotees. So in this way, Chatush Kumaras, so they became devotees. Then Jai Vijay appeared as Hiranyakashipu Hiranyaksha, and then Lord killed Hiranyaksha. Varahadev killed Hiranyaksha, and Lord Narsimha Deva killed Hiranyakashipu. So this is how third canto continues. And then Manu and Shatrupa, they have children. Okay. And who are the children? So Manu and Shatrupa, they had five children. Okay. Those five children are Priyavrata, Uttanapada, Devahuti, Akuti, Prasuti. Okay, who are those? Priyavrata, Uttanapada, Devahuti, Akuti, and Prasuti. So out of these five children, Devavati's story is discussed here. So third canto, fourth canto, up to fifth canto is nothing but Priyavrata, Uttanapada, Devavati, Akuti, Prasuti. In third canto, remaining chapters comes Devavati's story. So Devavati was actually from henceforth I did not make any PPTs. I could not get time. Sorry for that. So, but I have a Kannada PPT I would like to show, which can help you to understand. I could not get time to make it in English. Skardamuni. Kardamuni was married to Devahuti. So Devahuti got attracted to Kardama's good qualities. Kardama was a sage in the forest. Kardama was son of Brahma. So Brahmaji said that you get married and you procreate. So Kardama did tapasya and Lord Vishnu appeared. Lord Vishnu said that just after 3 days, Manu Maharaj will come and give her daughter to you. So Kardama and Devahuti got married to each other, and Devahuti served Kardama in the forest, in the hermitage for for a long time. And Kardama, being satisfied with her, he said, "Now I'm going to give all spiritual realizations." Devati was happy, but she said, "I need a child." So then Kardama said, "Okay, so you become healthy and fresh." So he took her into the water and she bathed there, and then Apsaras came and decorated her. She became youthful, energetic, because she had become weak after long years of service. So then um, he created a aerial mansion. So they traveled around the world in aerial mansion, and finally she gave birth to nine daughters. But then she said, "I need a son also." So then Kardama gave her a son whose name was Kapila. As soon as Kapila was born, Kapila is Supreme Lord himself. So Kardamani did Pradakshina of Kapila Deva, took his permission, and left to the forest. He wanted to teach that nobody should be attached to home. One should ultimately get self realization, and for that, one should detach from family life. So Kapila was staying with mother Devahuti. Yeah, you see here. Kapila was staying with mother Devahuti, and Devahuti had many, many questions. So Devahuti asked those questions to Kapila, and Kapila elaborately explained, right? Many, many chapters, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 chapter tak. Devhuti Kapila Samvada goes on about 8 chapters describing yoga, bhakti, different levels of bhakti, different stages of bhakti, fruitive activities, right? So the three modes of nature. So a lot of topics are discussed here. Very heavily philosophical section in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is so pure bhakti is finally described, and those who do sinful activities, what happens to them is also briefly described here in 30th chapter. And how the baby is born. Embryology is given briefly in third canto, 31st chapter. How the child enters into the womb through the semen of the man, and mixes with the egg of the woman and grows. Right, first day what happens, fifth day what happens, 10th day, 1 month, 4 months, 6 months, 9 months, 10 months, how the baby grows systematically and how it is born and how it again gets entangled in fruit activities and gets bound in material karma. That's all described in this 31st chapter. Hmm. So 32nd chapter also describes further entanglement after birth. Hmm. Then 33 chapter, Kapila Dev completes his instructions to Mother Devahuti, and Kapila Deva leaves to Ganga Sagara in Kapila Ashram, and he continues to stay there even now. Hmm. So this is the third canto in brief. So third canto describes the story of Devahuti, one of the daughters of Manu Maharaj, Swayambhu Manu. And canto 4 begins with Devahuti, Akuti and Prasuti. Akuti was married to sage Rishi, and then they also had a son. And Prasuti was married to Daksha. Okay, and from Prasuti, Daksha got many daughters, and one of the daughters was married to Shiva. So, who was the daughter married to Shiva? Sati, correct. Okay, I'm just checking whether you're attentive. As I'm only speaking one-way communication, it is happening. Okay. So here, so three daughters were there. Swayambhamanu's three daughters and two sons. So Devati, Akuti, Prasuti. So Devati's story is described in third canto. Okay. Chapters 35 to 33. 25 to 33. Akuti 4.1, first chapter, it is described. Prasuti is described from 4.2 to 7. So Prasuti marries Daksha, and Daksha gives Sati in marriage to Shiva. And Daksha Shiva episode is what is described in the first seven chapters. Right? Daksha was not happy that Sati was married to Shiva, only because Brahmaji said he got her married. So once Daksha was doing yajna, Shiva was also there. But when everybody stood up, Shiva did not stand because Shiva was in meditation in trance. So Daksha became angry, he cursed Shiva. Then Shiva's assistants, Nandi and others, they counter cursed. So counter cursing started. Lord Shiva left the place and went back to Kailas. So later on, Daksha was doing for another festival. So at that time, Sati wanted to go, but okay, let me finish this. Uttanapada and Priyavrata. Uttanapada story is discussed from chapter 8 to 31. The entire fourth canto, from chapter 8 to 31 is Uttanapada. And Priyavrata story is fifth canto, chapter 1 to 15. Okay. So this is so Prasuti. So Prasuti's story starts, no? Yeah. Sakuti was married to Prajapati Ruchi and Yajna was born. Yajna was married to Dakshina. So Yajna and Dakshina had got 12 sons called Tushitas. Okay. So Devati was married to Kardama. Kardama got 9 daughters and one son Kapila. Among that, one of the daughters was Anasuya. Anasuya is married to Atri, and Atri got three sons, Dattatreya, Soma, and Bhrigu. So three lords appeared here. Right? Dattatreya is Lord Vishnu himself. Right? So Prasuti had got 16 daughters. 13 were given to Dharma. One of them was given to Murti. One of them was Murti. Okay. Gave birth to Naranarayana. Okay. Dharma and Murti gave birth to Naranarayan. So another lord appeared. So these family dynasties are not ordinary because in their dynasties, Supreme Lord is appearing many times. Then Prasuti had another daughter, Swaha, married to Agni. Okay. Swadha married to Pitrus and Sati married to Shiva. No child. Why no child? Because Sati committed suicide, means she burnt herself. So there was no child. She again was born as Parvati and again married to Shiva. Then they got Ganesha and Kartikeya as children. So Lord Shiva was insulted by Daksha here, you see. Then Lord Shiva goes back to his Kailasha on Nandi. Then Parvati requests Shiva, I want to go to my father's place. There is a wonderful festival. Shiva says, no, don't go. It's not good for you to go. But then she was adamant, so she goes. But there also she was insulted. She was insulted again. So she burns herself. And then seeing this, Shiva becomes angry. Shiva sends Virabhadra. Okay. Shiva sends Virabhadra, and then Virabhadra destroys the sacrifice, kills Daksha. See? Virabhadra is cutting the head of Daksha and gives a goat head. So after all this happened, all the Devatas come to Shiva, beg forgiveness, glorify him, and Shiva forgives all of them and gives the goat head to Daksha. You see here? Daksha. So thus ends the story of Sati and Lord Shiva. So now Uttanapada, the son of Priyavrata, had gone to forest. Eldest son Priyavrata went to forest. He was not interested in kingdom. So Uttanapada becomes the king. He had two sons, Dhruva and Uttama. Dhruva was not so dear to Uttanapada, but Uttama was dear to Uttanapada because Uttama was the son of Suruchi and Suniti's son was Dhruva. So Dhruva was once insulted. He was not allowed to climb on father's lap. So Dhruva became angry, went to mother. Mother Suniti said, I cannot solve your problem. Only Lord Vishnu can solve your problem. So go to Lord Vishnu. Where to find Lord Vishnu? In the forest. So Dhruva, 5 year old boy, goes to the forest. On the way, Narada Muni meets him, tests him. Hey boy, where are you going? Go back home. It's time to play. It's the age to play. Dhruva says, no, I want to attend Lord Vishnu. If you can help me, help me. Otherwise, please give way. So then Dhruva Maharaj was determined. So Narada gives the mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya mantra. So Dhruva Maharaj goes to the forest, chant this mantra, and within 6 months he became such a pure devotee that Lord came and gave darshan to him. See, Lord is coming on Garuda. Lord Prishni is giving darshan, and Dhruva Maharaj offers wonderful prayers called Dhruvastuti. Lord Vishnu becomes so satisfied hearing the Dhruvastuti. Lord goes back home. Before going, Lord says, you go back home and you be with your parents. So Dhruva Maharaj returns back. Uttanapada, Suruchi, Sunichi, everybody is so happy. They welcome him. But unfortunately, Uttama was killed by Yaksha. Dhruva becomes angry and fights with the Yakshas. He kills so many Yakshas that Manu Maharaj had to personally come and say, stop this. So then Kuvera comes and says, yeah, you did a mistake. You killed so many, but I forgive you. Please ask a benediction. Then Dhruva says, please give me benediction that I can think of Krishna all the time. So he gave benediction and then Kuvera left. And the time came for Dhruva Maharaj to quit his body. So when he was quitting his body, mother he asked, where is my mother? I cannot leave my mother alone. So then Vishnu Duta said, your mother is going in another plane because she gave you darshan of Lord Vishnu. She directed you to Lord Vishnu. She also became eligible. So when we preach Bhagavatam, if somebody becomes a devotee, we also get the eligibility. We may not be qualified, but if by preaching, if somebody can become a pure devotee, we become qualified to go back to Godhead. So Dhruva Charitra is 8 to 12 chapter. Now, Prithu Maharaj, another king, his story is 13 to 23rd chapter. And last is Prachini Varihi and Prachetas, which is 23rd to 31 chapter. So Dhruva Maharaj's dynasty was another king called Vena. So Vena was very cruel. Anga Maharaj was king. Anga Maharaj's son was Vena. Vena was very cruel. So, being fed up, father left to the forest and Vena was ruling, but nobody was happy. So Brahmanas came and gave advice, but Vena insulted them. So Brahmanas, they with their curse, they killed him. And but from his body, they churned and brought two great personalities, Prithvi and Archi, Shaktavesh avatar of Lord Vishnu. So they ruled the kingdom very, very nicely, and everybody was so happy in their kingdom. But when he became the king, the earth was not providing any grains because Vena was ruling. So earth did not want to give the grains to a sinful person, so he withheld them. So at that time, Prithu Maharaj threatened earth, and earth surrendered and brought all the grains out, and everybody was very happy, right? And he wanted to do 100 yajnas, Ashwamedh yajnas, but Indra coming and disturbing him. So Indra was stealing the horse. Prithu Maharaj decided to kill Indra. Brahmari said, stop. Stop the 99th, 100th yajna. Be only 99 yajnas. So let the title of Shatakratu go to Indra only. So Prithu Maharaj surrendered. He stopped the yajna. But because of sacrificing the yajna, Lord Vishnu appeared, blessed Prithu Maharaj, and Prithu Maharaj asked benediction that please give me association of devotees. Then Lord Vishnu gave him the association of Chatushkumaras. Chatushkumaras came and gave wonderful instructions to Prithu Maharaj. Prithu Maharaj continued ruling the kingdom for several years and finally ascended back to Godhead. So in Prithu Maharaj's dynasty came a king called Prachini Barahi, and his sons were Prachetas. Prachetas went to do tapasya in the forest for attaining Lord Vishnu. On the way, they met Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva gave them the mantra called Rudra Gita. By chanting the Rudra Gita, which is glorification of Lord Vishnu, Prachetas attained the darshan of Lord Vishnu in the forest. Okay, so of course, in the lake they were doing tapasya. They attained the darshan of Lord Vishnu very quickly. So, in this way, but their father, Prachini Parishad, was in home. So Nardmuni comes and says, Dhruv Maharaj's dynasty, everybody has become pure devotees. Why Prachini Parishad should be left? So let me go and preach to him. So Prachini Parishad was very attached to pious activities. He was doing karma kanda, pious activities, but he was not doing Shuddha Bhakti. So Nardmuni teaches to him through the story of Puranjana, which I'll not go into detail. Maybe you can read it on your own. It's a very allegorical story talking about a king called Puranjana and queen called Puranjani and a city of nine gates. So this Puranjana was attached to his wife and he died. In the next life, he was born as a lady. Fortunately, she got a devotee husband, and by the mercy of devotee husband, she attained devotion. And when his husband died, after she did Antim Samskar, and then she was crying, and then the Brahmana came and said, you remember me? I am your old friend. So that Brahman was none other than Lord Vishnu. So the Lord Vishnu blessed Puranjana, took him back to Godhead, took her back to Godhead. So in this way, Prachina Parishit understand hear this story, but he could not understand the purport. But then he thinks it looks like my story only. Yes, Narada said, this is your story only. So now become serious and practice Krishna consciousness. So there Prachitas became pure devotees. They came out of the water. And here Prachini Parishad was liberated. So there is no king. So so the forest was overgrown because of no king. There was not much governance. So Prachetas married a wife, and so here's another instance of one lady marrying 10 people. Like Draupadi married five husbands. So here one lady married 10 people. So that is ordained by Brahmaji. And then Prachetas rules the kingdom very nicely. These are the fourth canto ends. So then fifth canto, by the end of fourth canto, you see Dhruv Maharaj's dynasty is delivered. So Devoti, Akuti, Prasuti, Uttanapada, four dynasties over. Now there is nobody to rule. So at that time, Manu Maharaj says, emergency aa gaya. We should have some ruler. So let's call Priyavrata. He's in the forest doing tapasya. Let us call him. Let him take charge. So they went to call whom? Priyavrata Maharaj. They call him and then they request him, but he was not agreeing. But finally, Brahmaji came. When higher authority came, he agreed. "Oh, okay, yes, sir, I will do." So Priyavrata Maharaj ruled the kingdom. He he ruled the earth. He made seven oceans on the earth. Okay, yeah, Priyavrata Maharaj ruled the earth for made seven oceans and but good governance. And then finally he also departed. Then he made his son Agnidhra, then finally Nabhi, and then Nabhi's son was Rishabhadeva, another incarnation of the Lord. So in Priyavrata dynasty, Rishabdev comes. Rishabdev has 100 sons. His eldest son was Bharata Maharaj. So Bharata Maharaj took charge of the kingdom. He ruled very nicely, but when time came, so he went to the forest. Somehow became attached to the deer. Then he was born again as a deer. Then he was again born as a um, Brahmana, Jadabharata story comes. And Jadabharata was a great devotee. He was protected by Durga when Dakites wanted to kill him. Finally, Jadabharata meets King Rahugana. He instructs Rahugana and liberates him from the clutches of material life. He gives wonderful instructions to King Rahugana about spirituality through the story of forest of material enjoyment of a person who goes to the forest to enjoy. So, so a very nice story about two chapters describing the forest of material enjoyment. So then finally, Jadabharata also attains liberation. He goes back to Godhead. So in this way, Priyavrata's dynasty is also very nicely described. So of course all these kings come in the dynasty of Priyavrata. So now 16th chapter onwards till the end of this canto is description of universe, the structure of the universe. The universe looks like a lotus, okay, and in between is Jambudvipa, surrounded by seven oceans. So all these technical details are there. I will not get into all these details. I have
And also
elaborately.
you can announce that course what we are trying to do.
Yeah. It came here. So on 20th and 21st, 19, 20, 21st of this month, we are arranging a 3 day seminar just on this topic of this universal structure, how the universe looks like, what are the planets, what are the planetary systems, okay, what are the dweepas, which planet is located where, how they are rotating, how the eclipses happen, okay, geocentric model, heliocentric model. So it's all given in Bhagavatam. So we'll be those who are interested, you can attend that 3 day seminar, Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday. So 3 day seminar just on this. So I think I'll skip this whole section. So those who are interested, you can join that course. And that's being given by a specialist. He is Pamaneshwar Prabhu, who is from IISc Bangalore. He's graduate. He's a brahmachari, but he's doing research now in IIT Mandi about this structure of universe only. So we request you all to attend that seminar for 3 days. I'm just pressing buttons here. I'm not talking anything about Swarga, about Naraka. Right? It's a very technical thing. So about distances between different planetary systems and 14 planetary systems from Patala up to Satyaloka. It's all very detailedly described. And last chapter of fifth canto is Narakaloka. If somebody does sinful activities, क्या होता है उसका? And all the hellish planets. About 28 hellish planets are named and what happens there and who goes there. That's all described in the fifth canto, last chapter. Now comes the sixth canto. Okay, unfortunately, don't have that sixth canto PPT. But sixth canto begins with Parikshit asking question, how can people in Naraka be delivered? So Sukadeva Goswami says, yes, people in Naraka can be delivered if they get free from all the sinful reactions. How to get free from sinful reactions? Then Sukadeva Maharaj says, by doing bhakti. Right? Kechit kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayanaha agham dhunvanti karsneya niharamiva bhaskaraha. Says by doing Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service unto Lord Krishna, one can become purified from all the sinful reactions and he can go back to Godhead. So he can be saved from going to Naraka, he says. So to explain this power of bhakti, a story is told, the story of Ajamila. Okay, you know the story of Ajamila? Yeah. Ajamila was a sinful person. He was a Brahmana, but he got attracted to a prostitute. He got married to the prostitute. He sent away his mother, father from home. He sent away his wife also. And through the prostitute, he had 10 children. And to maintain the prostitute and 10 children, he did all kinds of sinful activities. But somehow he named the last son as Narayana. So when time of death came, he called out to his son Narayana. But Narayana and Vaikuntha heard and sent Vishnudutas. Vishnudutas came and protected Ajamila. Yamadutas had to leave him and go. So then Ajamila got a second chance. So when he got the second chance, Ajamila became very serious. So he went to the forest of Haridwar. Right? You see here, Ajamila got distracted by seeing the prostitute. So then he went to Haridwar. hmm. After the Vishnu Dutas and Duta's discussion, he went to Haridwar and then he perfected his life and went home back to Godhead. Yeah, you'll see here. Ajamel is going back home, back to Godhead. Right. So after that, further questions were Parikshit Maharaj. Okay. So what did Yamaraj reply? So Yamadutas go to Yamaloka and then Yamaraj says, anyone chanting Hare Krishna, don't touch them. Never go near them. So that's what Yamaraj says. Hmm. So there are further chapters called Hamsaguhya prayers in the sixth canto. But another important story in sixth canto is about Haryashvas and Shavadashvas. Daksha again was reborn as again as Daksha. Then he got 10,000 sons, and those 10,000 sons were delivered by Narada. Again he got 1,000 sons. Those 1,000 sons were also delivered by Narada. So Daksha became upset. Said, I curse you, Narada. You are delivering my sons. I wanted them to become family people and have nice enjoyment, material enjoyment, but you are delivering them. So let me curse you. So he became angry and cursed him. So next time Daksha got 60 daughters. He stopped producing sons. He thought that no, if I produce more sons, Narada will come again. So then he produced 60 daughters, and many of them were married to Kashyapa. And from Kashyapa, many all the jivas were, all the living entities were created. So that was about Daksha. Another important story about Chitriketa Maharaj, and so that begins with this story of Indra and Brahaspati. So there's also a very long story. This goes on for several chapters. Because of pride, Indra offended Brahaspati. Brahaspati left, and when Brahaspati left, demons attacked. So Indra lost his power when demons attacked. So in order to take shelter, he went to Brahmaji, right? So he went to Brahmaji, and Brahmaji said, "You go to another wonderful Brahman called Vishwarupa. He will give shelter." But Vishwarupa was equal to both demons and demigods. So Vishwarupa was offering oblations both to demons and demigods. Indra became upset. Indra killed Vishwarupa. He did another mistake. And when Indra killed Vishwarupa, Vishwarupa's father became angry. And in order to kill Indra, he did a yajna, but some pronunciation mistake was there. So a person who will be killed by Indra was born, and that was Vritrasura. Vritrasura was fighting with Indra, and when he was fighting with Indra, Vritrasura exhibited great devotion. So Vritrasura exhibited great devotion. He said to Indra, "Hey Indra, your uh, Lord has given you Vajra. Kill that, use that Vajra to kill me. I want to unite with the Lord." She expressed such wonderful devotion. Everybody was surprised. Even Indra was surprised. How come this demon is behaving like a devotee? And when Indra was cutting his body, Vritarasura was sitting in trance, was sleeping in trance, meditating on Lord. So Indra also became amazed. So then Parikshit Maharaj asked, "Hey, how come this Vritarasura exhibiting such wonderful qualities of a devotee?" So then they say that in the previous life, he was King Chitraketu. This Vritarasura was Chitraketu. Chitraketu did not have a son. After a long time, he got a son, but the son died prematurely. When he died, he was in great distress. At the time, Angira Muni and Narada Muni came and told him about spiritual knowledge. He took that seriously and became very spiritual, and he attained darshan of Lord Sankarsana. And he became the king of Vidyadharas. He continued flying in the sky, different places, but he and Lord thought that no, he is taking too much time to come back to me. So I should make I should bring him faster. So once when Chitraketu was flying by Kailasha, he saw Shiva sitting with Parvati, Parvati sitting on the lap of Shiva. Chitraketu smiled. Ha 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 ha. Shivji, you are so great. You can sit with your wife on lap and give pravachan to Vairagis. All sannyasis are sitting and hearing. Wow, wow, wow. But Durga Devi took it as an offense. And then Durga Devi cursed him, you become a demon. So immediately Chitraketu became a demon. And demon's name was Vritarasura, and that Vritarasura got delivered by when Indra killed him. So in this way, the story of Chitraketu and Vritarasura is given. So yeah. So these are some of the topics discussed, and the end of the last of this is about Diti, Aditi, and Kashyapa, and some other stories. I'll not get into that. So I think this is in brief. And seventh canto begins with Narsimha Leela. I think I'll pause here. I took too much time already.
Yeah, thank you so much. I know it is a
Sorry.
marathon. Devotees apologies. I know it's information overloaded, especially those who are first time attending it.
Yeah, yeah,
Fortunately or unfortunately, there are some groups we've been doing this every year. So first to six cantos, they've been hearing it. So this time we want to try
yes, yes,
12.
yes.
But tomorrow onwards, it will be a slow down. But
Yeah.
right now, you might be overwhelmed. But definitely, there is a lot
Mm.
of because 18,000 shlokas, we are trying to condense it in 7 days. Parishit Maharaj heard every day and night without eating, sleeping. So
Mhm.
this is the beauty of Bhagavatam. So apologize for those who are patient hearing. But tomorrow onwards, we will ensure that it is on time, and also content will be less chapter wise. So thank you. Any question, quick question or feedback anybody wants to share, because we will not hold for you. It's already
Yeah.
9:30. One or two
Yes.
quick feedback or questions on the program or anything you can ask. Other thing is that those who want to buy Bhagavatam, because it's volume, you can read it together. And also we will help you daily basis to read. We have conducted this ISKCON, our cultural center. We do everyday Bhagavatam. We discuss every one sloka every day. So you can also join us. So if you're interested, you want to donate to somebody Bhagavatam, you can contact admin. We will be able to support you at discounted price. And I would thank Swarna Gaurari Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Out of your busy schedule, you agreed. And this marathon session, it is very difficult. I know it's too difficult to do all 1 to 6. It's the first time probably record we are doing this, and I thank you
Uh,
for bottom of my heart. And we all chant for your spiritual benefit. Can all of you can unmute and chant Hare Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Quickly, any one of you want to quick a feedback or anything on the program, then we will wind up the session.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Krishna.
lecture
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. Thank you,
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
I got a chance to revise 6 cantos.
Yes, Prabhuji. Great work you have done today.
But continue this enthusiasm. Don't drop off. Another
No,
seven
no,
days.
Prabhuji.
Invite more
No,
friends.
never, never. We will not
Please
leave.
get more of
Yes,
friends and
Prabhuji.
family.
Sure, sure.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, thank you so much for your patient and enthusiastic hearing. Please continue this enthusiasm for next 7 days. Parikshit Maharaj, without break, he heard for 7 days. At least we can take break till tomorrow evening. Can join tomorrow evening, same time. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad
Sure.
Bhagavatam ki jai.
Sure.
Hare Krishna.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ರಿಷಬ್ ದೇವ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಗೆ ಜಡ ಯೋಗವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಭಗವತ್ಧಾಮಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಅವರ ಲೀಲೆ